They'll run with a former Viking, Jerick McKinnon. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
61, match box, right.
Darnold. And this is caught. First catch by Brandon Marshall. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check 26, check 26. Red 80. Red 80.
Darnold from the gun. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Well, I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. To throw is Darnold. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. He was trying to hit his big receiver, Brandon Marshall, but it's going to be second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Off of play action, Darnold. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
From the 41, Mariota. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. elbow now after the touchdown. He'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. New York set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold. And this is incomplete. He was looking for Mark Ingram there. And it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, Delta. Mike is a 15. Check my 15.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Airing one out for Crowder. It got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. On 1st down, McKinnon. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Play action. It's Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. There he goes, right side. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass.
Yes.
Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A reminder, later tonight, Sunday Night Football will see a game in the NFL 100 Series, a rematch of the very first AFL-NFL Championship game, later, of course, known as Super Bowl I. It pits the Packers against the Chiefs from Arrowhead, and that should be a fun one. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a 1st down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Everyone's got 4. Smooth. Use the mark. Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike.
They'll look to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. He was trying to get it to Jerick McKinnon there, and it's 3rd down. Back to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
A 1st down throw for Mariota. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
They cannot hold us down. We're going to keep getting sacks.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
He's going to float this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Clinton Dix with a pick. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for a Jet 1st down, a gain of 13. They'll run on 1st down. Ingram. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Get that quarterback.
On first down. It's Ingram. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a give. This is McKinnon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They come up with one back. That's Ingram. The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now it's Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, the Jets turning to Chandler Catanzaro for the field goal try. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So, well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
That good for 19 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. It's Steve McClendon that time who winds up getting him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
On second down, Ingram. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run. It's Mark Ingram. Calais Campbell on the stop.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 3rd and short, to give to the tight end. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And the Jets first down.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Caught! It's the tight end, Kelsey. Touchdown, Jets. Travis Kelsey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have made this a one-score game. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They begin with a run by Fournette. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 27, Mariota. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush.
And he's going to go down again. Avery Williamson providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here's Logan Cook now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. The Jets on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Hey, box drop.
They'll set up a throw, and Marshall's got it. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey. tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
From the 38, Darnold. Throw to the right, taken in by Hurd. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here's Ingram pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he'll be brought down right in midfield after a gain of only a couple.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
Check it out,
A handoff to Fournette. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Motion, motion, motion.
Here's a give to Fournette. And an alley to run. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Fournette, nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
I got you, pump. Motion, motion.
On second down, here's Fournette. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Whoa. He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Switch up, switch up.
A first down throw, Darnold. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up first and goal at the 5. Marshall, the intended receiver. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
At the 4-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol. And this Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
On the run, it's Fournette. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down, but that's not necessarily true, is it?
You know, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
Hey, you. Check 50. Lady.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Here we go. Check number 6. Check number 6. Red 80. Single slot. Red 80. Red 80.
On 1st down, Darnold. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 30